Welcome back. Today, Topic 2, Extracellular Fluid, the internal environment. We'll go through it, in Guyton's own words, diagram by diagram, and then test it. Let's begin. About 50 to 70% of the adult human body is fluid, mainly a water solution of ions and other substances. Most of the body is water. About 60%, that's roughly 42 liters in a 70 kilogram adult. Women, and heavier people, have a little less. Most of this fluid is inside the cells and is called intracellular fluid. About 1/3 is in the spaces outside the cells and is called extracellular fluid. This fluid sits in two compartments. About 2/3 is inside the cells, the intracellular fluid. The remaining 1/3 surrounds the cells, the extracellular fluid. The extracellular fluid is mixed between the blood and the tissue fluids by diffusion through the capillary walls. The extracellular fluid itself has two parts. The blood plasma inside the vessels, about 1/4, and the interstitial fluid between the cells, about 3/4. Lymphatic vessels return the small amount that isn't reabsorbed. The extracellular fluid is also called the internal environment of the body, or the Milieu Interieur, a term introduced by the French physiologist Claude Bernard. Because every cell is bathed in this same fluid, it's called the internal environment, or Milieu Interieur. This name was given by the French physiologist Claude Bernard. A stable internal environment is the condition for free and independent life. The extracellular fluid contains large amounts of sodium, chloride, and bicarbonate ions, plus nutrients for the cells, such as oxygen, glucose, fatty acids, and amino acids. The extracellular fluid is rich in sodium, chloride, and bicarbonate. It also carries the nutrients cells need, oxygen, glucose, fatty acids, and amino acids, and it removes carbon dioxide from the cells. The intracellular fluid contains large amounts of potassium, magnesium, and phosphate ions instead of the sodium and chloride ions found in the extracellular fluid. Inside the cell, it's the opposite. The intracellular fluid is high in potassium, magnesium, and phosphate. These are held high, against their concentration gradient. Special mechanisms for transporting ions through the cell membranes maintain the ion concentration differences between the extracellular and intracellular fluids. So across the cell membrane there's a sharp difference. Outside, high sodium, chloride, and bicarbonate. Inside, high potassium, magnesium, and phosphate. The sodium-potassium pump uses ATP to maintain this, and it sets the resting membrane potential. This extracellular fluid is in constant motion throughout the body. It is transported rapidly in the circulating blood. How does the extracellular fluid stay the same everywhere? Two forces. The blood circulation carries it rapidly around the body, and diffusion mixes it locally. So nutrients released in one place spread evenly, within minutes. Cells are capable of living and performing their special functions as long as the proper concentrations of oxygen, glucose, ions, and nutrients are available in this internal environment. Finally, cells survive, grow, and function only as long as the extracellular fluid has the right conditions. The kidneys, the lungs, and other organs constantly adjust it. Keeping this internal environment stable is called homeostasis. Now, let's test what you've learned, with 7 quick questions. Question 1. About what percentage of the adult human body is fluid? Option A, 20 to 30%. Option B, 50 to 70%. Option C, 80 to 90%. Option D, about 95%. Option B, 50 to 70%. That's correct. Now, let's break down each option. Option A, 20 to 30%. This one is wrong, because too low. Option C, 80 to 90%. This one is wrong, because too high. Option D, about 95%. This one is wrong, because far too high. And option B, 50 to 70%. This is the correct answer. About 60% of the body is fluid. Let's move on to the next question. Question 2. What fraction of the body's total fluid is extracellular fluid? Option A. About 1/3. Option B. About 1/2. Option C. About 2/3. Option D. About 9/10. Option A, about 1/3. That's correct. Now, let's break down each option. Option B, about 1/2. This one is wrong, because it is not half. Option C, about 2/3. This one is wrong, because that is the intracellular fraction. Option D, about 9/10. This one is wrong, because far too high. And option A, about 1/3. This is the correct answer. About 1/3, 2/3 is inside cells. Let's move on to the next question. Question 3. Who introduced the term internal environment, Milieu Interieur? Option A, Walter Cannon. Option B, Claude Bernard. Option C, William Harvey. Option D, Arthur Guyton. Option B, Claude Bernard. That's correct. Now, let's break down each option. Option A, Walter Cannon. This one is wrong, because he coined the word homeostasis. Option C, William Harvey. This one is wrong, because he described blood circulation. Option D, Arthur Guyton. This one is wrong, because author of the textbook, not this term. And option B, Claude Bernard. This is the correct answer. The 19th century French physiologist. Let's move on to the next question. Question 4. The extracellular fluid contains large amounts of which ions? Option A, potassium, magnesium, phosphate. Option B, sodium, chloride, bicarbonate. Option C, calcium, iron, sulfate. Option D, hydrogen, ammonium, urate. Option B, sodium, chloride, bicarbonate. That's correct. Now, let's break down each option. Option A, potassium, magnesium, phosphate. This one is wrong, because those are the intracellular ions. Option C, calcium, iron, sulfate. This one is wrong, because not the major ECF ions. Option D, hydrogen, ammonium, urate. This one is wrong, because present only in trace amounts. And option B, sodium, chloride, bicarbonate. This is the correct answer. The main extracellular ions. Let's move on to the next question. Question 5. The intracellular fluid contains large amounts of which ions? Option A, sodium and chloride. Option B, bicarbonate and calcium. Option C, potassium, magnesium, and phosphate. Option D, chloride and sulfate. Option C, potassium, magnesium, and phosphate. That's correct. Now, let's break down each option. Option A, sodium and chloride. This one is wrong, because those are mainly extracellular. Option B, bicarbonate and calcium. This one is wrong, because not the main intracellular ions. Option D, chloride and sulfate. This one is wrong, because chloride is mainly extracellular. And option C, potassium, magnesium, and phosphate. This is the correct answer. The main intracellular ions. Let's move on to the next question. Question 6. Because all cells live in the same environment, the extracellular fluid is also called the Option A, cytosol. Option B, internal environment. Option C, interstitium only. Option D, transcellular fluid. Option B, internal environment. That's correct. Now, let's break down each option. Option A, cytosol. This one is wrong, because that is the fluid inside the cell. Option C, interstitium only. This one is wrong, because interstitium is just one part of the ECF. Option D, transcellular fluid. This one is wrong, because a small, specialized compartment. And option B, internal environment. This is the correct answer. The Milieu Interieur. Let's move on to the next question. Question 7. Compared with the intracellular fluid, the extracellular fluid has which combination of ion concentrations, in the order sodium, potassium, chloride, then phosphate? Option A, lower sodium, lower potassium, lower chloride, lower phosphate. Option B, higher sodium, higher potassium, higher chloride, higher phosphate. Option C, lower sodium, higher potassium, higher chloride, lower phosphate. Option D, higher sodium, lower potassium, higher chloride, lower phosphate. Option D, higher sodium, lower potassium, higher chloride, lower phosphate. That's correct. Now, let's break down each option. Option A, lower sodium, lower potassium, lower chloride, lower phosphate. This one is wrong, because sodium and chloride are actually higher in the extracellular fluid. Option B, higher sodium, higher potassium, higher chloride, higher phosphate. This one is wrong, because potassium and phosphate are higher inside the cell, not in the ECF. Option C, lower sodium, higher potassium, higher chloride, lower phosphate. This one is wrong, because sodium is higher and potassium is lower in the ECF, so this reverses both. And option D, higher sodium, lower potassium, higher chloride, lower phosphate. This is the correct answer. The ECF is high in sodium and chloride, and low in potassium and phosphate. And that's a wrap on this topic. Great job! That's it for this topic. If this helped you, please like the video, and subscribe to the channel, so you don't miss the next one. See you in topic 3, Homeostasis.